Until Dawn is a 2015 interactive drama survival horror video game where the player assumes control of 8 young adults who have to survive on Blackwood Mountain when their lives are threatened. The game features a butterfly effect system in which players must make choices that change the story. All playable characters can survive or die depending on the choices made. Players explore the environment from a third-person perspective and find clues that may help solve the mystery. The story. The story follows a B-horror movie plotline, something to do with Indian burial grounds, haunted cabins, and monsters plaguing the good times of a group of teen friends looking for a weekend full of fraternization and debauchery. The game quickly goes through all its characters, which you immediately forget as soon as the next character gets introduced. The group is comprised of stereotypical archetypes of an American high school, i.e. jock, nerd, geek, etc. The story is fine and I will attempt to describe it as basically as possible. Warning, spoilers ahead. The gang return to a mountain cabin a year after their friend died there horrifically. Big surprise, the gang begin to get haunted by a crazy maniac. It's revealed the maniac is Josh, one of the gang, playing an elaborate prank on the gang to get revenge for indirectly letting her sisters be killed the year before. It doesn't end there. It turns out there's a mental asylum on the mountain, and the unkillable monsters within it now begin to hunt down the gang as they try to survive and understand what is going on. They must wait until dawn for help to arrive. I have no problem coming to this game knowing that the plot is not incredible. I still found it pretty good and interesting, but some of the dialogue was horrendous and just plain weird. Parts of the story I feel were designed to be horrifying but just made me laugh and wonder why the hell they added it in.
Makes a weird sort of sense.
But ultimately I found parts of the story just ridiculous and dumb, which is fine. I love that type of horror movie. This game reminded me of such horror movie classics like Wrong Turn and the Saw franchise. Truth be told, I'm a big fan of this genre of horror, so I did warm up to the story as it started to unfold. Once the game gets going, a sense of urgency sets in as hours pass and dawn approaches. About halfway through the game, the narrative changes as Ashley gets told that help is coming at dawn, and they have to basically survive until the end to be rescued. Each hour acts as an episode, and its use of TV tropes such as recap cards at the start of each hour and cliffhangers at the end of each hour, I did enjoy. Without this feature, you would forget names, story, and not really remember what is happening. The addition of the analyst between chapters was fine and interesting as the story progressed. The first half of the game set up the story and premise of horror and survival, while the second half put you to the test through option A and option B decisions that will either have your character brutally killed or keep them alive until dawn. The moment when you see your character's head chopped off and you realise they're dead was fantastic and brutal. A sort of finality and better luck next time washes over you when you realise you have to make do with the people that you have left. This element makes you badly want to reset and play again, which I like. Gameplay. The gameplay is mainly a combination of cutscene and third-person exploration. Players control characters in a linear environment to find clues and items. Players can also collect totems which give players a precognition of what may happen in the game's narrative. I absolutely hated the fixed camera angles, and this game has not changed my mind on that fact. I found it incredibly distracting and confusing walking around mostly dark environments with multiple paths. All the while this feature destroys any sense of direction you may have. The controls are horrible. It's like trying to control a sailboat while someone keeps changing your point of view. This became very noticeable as you walk around the world trying to juggle your flashlight with your walking. The game has hidden elements in it such as clues and totems, which add an element of exploration which is great and add interesting lore to the story, but you get verbally harassed by surrounding NPCs whenever you deviate from the story and try to look and check everywhere to find these clues. This roughly 6-hour game does provide intense gameplay and suspense as you don't really know if you will survive, making every encounter and quick-time event feel important and impactful to the story. Timed button pressing is an element which has been overused in games, and I realize a lot of people find them horrible and annoying, but this game actually used it very well. To be honest, without the button pressing, this game would not even really be considered a game. The timed button pressing element used in this game I liked, and it was used very well, and added a sense of pressure and urgency to the plot and gameplay. The game is unforgiving, as it should be. If you mess up a timed button press, your character will die. I lost a lot of them this way. Environment. The character's varying abilities while interacting with the environment became laughable and really annoying. In one scene, Sam can demonstrate she is an expert free climber, and in another scene, a character can struggle to comprehend a 4-foot stone wall. I understand this is a plot device, but in elements of the game, it became very annoying and quite jarring. I know this is not an open world RPG, but a little more consistency would have been nice, as this is an exploration survival game. Matt's inability to climb over a simple small rock wall when the gate was locked really aggravated me, then made me laugh. I find this stuff funny, but it does kind of take you out of the game a little, especially in a multiple choice game where discovering options of survival is the main component. Conclusion. This review comes across harsh and unforgiving, but after reflection it is a good game. At the beginning you were thrusted into a game with a lot of information and characters, wrapped in a horror storyline, which is a little overwhelming but fine. The game is similar to Detroit Become Human, wherein you want to revisit to figure out alternative endings and storyline conclusions. The game is essentially a choice-based interactive horror movie, so if you're happy with that fact, you will enjoy this game and want to replay it. Overall, I like this game and will replay it soon to see if I can save everybody. Hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching.